Hi, friends. I'm Ty.
Hi, friends. I'm Jeff.
And this is the Old Friend Podcast. Hey, and we're here, episode 25.
Episode 25, y'all.
Just like I promised, we had something special up our sleeves.
Yes.
And for the first time ever on the Old Friend Podcast, we have a very special guest, someone who we love and are so excited to join us today. We have artist, producer, Kool Kidd Dre in the building. What's up, Dre?
What's going on? Happy to
Welcome.
be here. Hello, friends.
Welcome.
Hello.
Yes. Hello, friends.
Hey, friends.
Welcome to the Friend Club.
Glad to be here.
We're so excited.
OFP, Old Friend Podcast.
We're so excited to have you a part of our Old Friend Podcast, episode 25, a nice little milestone for us. As you guys know, we're Old Friend Podcast on all social media networks, wherever you listen to podcasts. That's Old Friend Podcast, Insta, YouTube, Gmail, and TikTok.
Shout out to the
Jeff,
TikTok.
TikTok still got you in a chokehold?
TikTok got me in a bind, girl.
Jeff
It
don't
got
know
me in
what
a
to do.
bind. I don't know what to do. I just be dreaming about TikTok now.
I'm not downloading it.
Oh, girl.
Dre, are you on TikTok?
I am. I didn't know you was dodging TikTok.
No, I'm dodging.
Yes, yes.
I'm dodging. I'm
She's
hiding.
She's
I'm hiding.
She hasn't even seen our TikTok yet.
No.
Oh.
She hasn't
No.
even gone through it at
Nah,
all.
you wasn't supposed to say that out loud.
I know, right? I'm damn. I care, you guys. I care.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to get right with the program. As you guys know, we're going to start with our first segment.
Yes, let's start with our mental health check-in where we rate how we're feeling from a 1 to 5.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let me put my drink down for this.
Okay, Dre, we're ready to hear how we're feeling. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
'Cause, I'll just set it up how we do it.
Okay.
So I would say, okay. Today I'm feeling a 4.
Yes,
yes.
4.
I'm definitely feeling a 4 today. I'm not gonna lie. Lately, I've been ranging from anywhere between a 1 to a 3. Usually my anxiety is what gets to me, but lately it's definitely been my depression. But I think really spending time with my friend and really having personal mental health check-ins with her really helped me bring myself up today. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling excited. And I'm feeling a 4.
Yes, I'm so happy
like
to
that.
see that uptick, friend.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll go next if that's okay with you guys. I too am a 4 today. You know what? I think I'm coming off of such a great high from yesterday. Not drugs, guys, but right, an emotional, mental, that fun. Yesterday we went to one of our first WTF Media Studios happy hour networking. As you guys know, we
Yes.
record right here, podcast for podcasters by podcasters, and that was such a
Shout out to
great
WTF.
event. So yeah, I'm feeling like it was such good energy in a room full of just Black and brown people that it got me kind of feeling myself. I'm feeling super confident and excited, and of course, I'm happy to have you here with us.
Happy to be here.
How you feeling?
I'm actually at the 4 or 5 range too.
Hey,
actually.
it's a party.
Okay.
It don't have nothing to do with the Casamigos.
No.
does it?
That brought us to the 4.5.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm also coming off a little bit of a high. I just finished up the Beat to Sip event on Friday.
Yeah.
And we had our team meeting on Sunday, and just a lot of great ideas came from it. Everybody was really excited about the event. And, as something that I started like a couple months ago now, just to have it all come together and then, have a moment to kind of let it sit in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I spread them out particularly for that, so I don't have to rush for the next event.
Yeah.
So to have a moment, enjoy it, call people up, thank you for coming out,
Yeah.
talk to everybody, say hey, I had a great time, and then just have a moment to myself. Sit back, watch some Law and Order SVU.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
When I can have that, I'm
Come
always
on.
in a good mood.
I love that.
And the weather, anytime the weather's in a good space, I'm always
Exactly. I love that.
Yeah,
Well,
the
especially
weather
in
has
New
been
York.
behaving lately.
well, you know what? Perfect segue. Tell the people a little bit about yourself, Dre.
Yes. Name is Dre, from Mount Vernon, New York. I'm a producer.
It's my phone and I'm
You know what I'm saying? 914 in the
914.
building. You know what I'm saying?
building.
Producer, singer, rapper from Mount Vernon. I've been on tour for a couple years now. Toured in Poland, Taiwan, France. Performed at South by Southwest about 6 times now.
Nice.
So yeah, as an artist, I'm pretty seasoned, and as a producer, I've worked with CL Smooth, worked with Mano, And yeah, now I'm working on my new venture, which is Beats and Sip, which I started a few months ago, which is kind of the idea of instead of paint and sip, where you sit in a room and, make paintings, we create beats
I
to
love
songs
that.
that everyone loves. And
I love that.
yeah, you don't need any
Music
producing.
is life.
Everybody loves music.
Everybody loves music.
It turns into a whole party. Like it starts off as like, just making beats amongst friends. And the next thing you know, everyone's dancing, singing, drinking. And it's
That's
a vibe
so
that I
much
never could have
fun.
saw coming. It's so much
How
fun.
did
like so
Beats
much
and Sip
fun.
come about?
You know what? As an artist, we're always looking for new ways to kind of expand our brand and just
Yeah.
do more. So I can't say exactly what moment it was, but just having my mind open for the next move. And just it was a little bit towards the end of quarantine, like
Yeah.
late 2020. And I just had this idea, like, what if I did Beats and Sip? And I kind of just sat with the idea for about like a year before I actually did it.
Yeah.
Added a few components to it, tried it out with my family, and then one day I was just like, yo, let's just try it,
That's
you know?
insane.
And the very first event we did worked out exactly how I saw it in my head. And
Wow.
that's when I knew this is something bigger than me. Like
I love
anytime
that.
it works out the exact same way.
I
it's
was
like,
Exactly.
gonna say, was that one of the only times you can remember where everything worked out exactly how you?
the only time.
Wow.
The only time.
It was meant.
Creatively, it's the only
was
time it ever
meant.
went exactly to the T. Like reception wise, creative wise, like yeah, like and it's funny because when you're doing it, no one knows what to expect because there's no event like it.
Yeah.
So
Right.
everyone's kind of shaky, like what
What's
is
going
what's
on?
What am I
going
really
on?
going into?
Where am I
Yeah.
And
walking
one or two
into?
people come
Yeah.
up and they're like, "Oh, all right," and then it just once again it just turns into a party that It's funny. I've never been like a party promoter or anything like that, but I'm
Yeah.
such a
Yeah.
fun person. So
Yeah,
it's like,
you are.
I
You
finally
are.
have found my space where I can be the fun person and the creator and everything all in one space. So yeah,
So you found something that really fires all cylinders of your
100%.
creativity.
Yeah.
100%.
Where do you? What's your vision for Beats and Sip? Where do you see it? And
It's expanded. It's definitely evolved. From the very first idea to what it is now. I think for now, for the next couple months, our thing is to expand the venues and really turn this into a bigger party.
right.
Give people an idea to see how big of a party it can be, and then on the music side, start selling the beats that we do make. So that way people who come to the event not only get to enjoy the
Wow,
event,
they can
but
take the beat home.
they get to take the beat home. When we sell the beats, they make money.
Y'all
off
hear
of
that,
it.
creators?
yeah,
Y'all hear that?
Yeah, come by.
Come
So
on,
if
that's
you
amazing.
Turn it into an NFT.
Turn it into an NFT. We got. So I have. Listen, I got a whole NFT. I'll put y'all on to that.
Come on, come on, put us on. I love that.
The idea is not only just do I get to experience it and have fun with it, and it's like, yo, imagine you come to an event, had fun, and then you get to make residual money off of it.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
You don't have to do nothing
Because
else.
you're walking away with something that can change your life.
100%.
For real. All it takes is that one beat, that one hook. So
Mhm.
you're giving back to
The plan.
to that environment. I love that.
Yeah, pajama party.
You know what's so crazy? We Jeff and I met Dre in the studio.
Yeah.
So
We
we can definitely attest to his talent. I mean,
Mhm.
I was singing that song after. I was like, let me jump on that. So
Yeah, we had a
so
good time.
yeah.
I did want to know if that song ever came out. I was going to ask you.
Did-
Dude,
we
what
gotta-
do you know what song that was?
It's in the archive.
So I don't think so. What happened? That's what he brought that up. What
Yeah.
happened was I ended up changing. So I do this all the time. I'll get into a song and I'll just start changing stuff.
Yeah.
But that's not my song.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
It's not my song. It was the other artist's song who was doing it. So I was
Yeah.
like, yo, let's play with the pitch a little bit. So I moved the pitch around. And apparently he wasn't a fan of the changing of the pitch. So I was going to come back and rearrange it, but I guess it just never came together. I would really like to still work with him because I think he's super dope.
Yeah.
And I don't think the song's going to come out.
Damn.
Wow.
It was such a
I
good
don't even
one.
wanna
It was a
sing it
banger.
because
I don't want to say it.
But that chorus is still in my head.
That's what I'm
It
saying.
is.
I don't want to
It
say
is.
it.
I'll
I
find
think
the archive.
you know what this right here is. We speak it into existence. That
Yeah.
song is gonna come out.
I'm going to hit somebody up. I'm going to hit somebody up and
Yeah.
make some things happen.
Well, you know what? We're just so excited to have you as our first guest. What made us think of you? I mean,
Please tell me.
just your charisma, man. You just so. I mean, that energy is just. It truly
Kool
is
Kidd Dre.
contagious.
Thank you.
Yeah, like
yeah.
you really live up
He's
to that
really
name
cool,
of
yeah.
Kool Kidd Dre, and
Yeah.
just really pleasant to be around. And we thought, who better than Kool Kidd Dre to come on and join the conversation?
I'm a fan of what y'all guys are doing,
Yes.
man. From
Thank
the
you so
We
much.
first met. We was talking about the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's dope. And now it's just like,
sure.
oh, they on it. So we
Yeah,
on
yeah.
episode 25.
For
I love
sure.
it.
Yeah.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
This is a milestone episode.
Yeah,
us,
for
so we
sure.
really wanted
These are the
someone like-
moments.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Dre, today we want to take you through the journey of the Old Friend podcast. So we want you to join in on our segments, and get your opinion, get your thoughts, and then definitely you guys listening, you'll hear more about what's up and coming for Dre towards the end of the segment today.
Love it,
Cool.
love it.
All right. Well, we're gonna dive right into our next. Actually,
Oh.
actually, we want to dive into a little bit of mental health, okay?
Oh, yeah.
So with
Yes.
we all said that we're a 4, but we have days where we're not, right?
Mhm.
And something that I think a lot of people can relate to is anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you experience anxiety at all?
I think as a creative, if you didn't, you wouldn't be creative.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think just experiencing the anxiety of creating something that other people can't see, and then you're consistently trying to prove to yourself and the world at the same exact time
Mhm.
that something you see is dope, is consistent. But I think as a continuing, continuously growing as an artist, you do have to get comfortable with the idea of the anxiety
Yeah.
and kind of push into it. The way, athletes kind of push into their competitive nature and being
Yeah.
afraid of something, you got to push into that anxiety, because it's like, when you make it past that, that's when you really start getting through your confidence and understanding that this is bigger than you.
Exactly.
Like, if you don't create
So
this,
embrace the anxiety.
embrace it and embrace
Wow.
Let me ask
Yeah.
you, what
I never
part
saw it that way.
what
That's
part of
interesting.
that creative process do you get the most anxiety?
it. Right after I finish a song, because I'm very different, where like I've watched a lot of artists, they'll create music and like send it to their friends, like, yo, bro, check this out. I'm so far from that. Like, if until it's done, I don't want anybody listening to anything, because I'm like, I know how impressionable I am. Like,
I'm cooking, get out the kitchen.
like, just move, because somebody could be like, oh, I don't know about this, and it's like, you throwing me off,
It's
bro.
gonna
Like,
get to you, and you're gonna be
Yeah.
like, I gotta change
yeah,
this. Yeah.
so,
Right.
and then I start getting anxious, and then when I don't play songs, people, I feel like, well, maybe I'm just living in my own bubble, and
Yeah.
now I'm just trying to convince myself something's dope when it's not just about me. So that constant struggle is consistent, is very consistent. And then I wear so many hats. So like, I'm the singer on the song, I'm the rapper on the song, I'm
Yeah.
the producer on the song, I engineer the song. So
Yeah.
I'm worried about 16 different
Come
things
on.
being right. And I'm
Come
like,
on, skill
you know what I'm
sets.
saying?
Come
Is
on.
the beat dope? Is my vocal cutting through the way I wanted
Yeah.
to? Like, there's so many things I have to worry about before I even get to a place where I can share it with anyone else.
Yeah.
So by the time I share it with anybody else, I've already been through so much anxiety that
Right.
I'm like, y'all can have it.
Damn,
it's
just
already
get rid of it.
Like, don't
We've
tell me
def-
nothing about it.
Right.
Just go to it.
Yeah.
We've definitely seen you firsthand in that
And you were
perfectionist
going
mode.
over and over on one
Yeah.
verse.
Yeah.
It's so inspiring, though. It's inspiring
Yeah, it's
because
inspiring.
the greats do the same thing.
Yeah, man.
Okay, shout out to our queen
Shout out to the
B.
Queen Beyonce.
You know what I'm saying?
The greats do the same
She is a
thing.
Virgo. She is a perfectionist.
We respect it.
Period.
And if you watch her performance, if you see the type of detail she
Period.
puts into everything
Yeah,
she does.
so
And
I
I know
love
she's
that.
anxious.
I
know
love
she's
that.
anxious
Yes,
every
I'm sure.
time.
Yes, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Whenever
Yeah.
it's released.
You know what's so crazy? We go through anxiety and we talk through our anxiety just in
Yeah.
doing the show.
Yeah.
I think it's when you just starting out,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, right now everybody is getting canceled, right?
Yeah.
Or everyone is getting drugged through the mud because of something that they'll say, or
Yeah. Back in the day.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or even having a clip that can be interpreted wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So I think for myself, I go through anxiety of just like, not in the moment, but after. I'm like, damn, I should have said something. It's kind of like argument, and you're like, I should have said that, know?
Yeah.
So it's like, damn, how will I be perceived?
Mm-hmm.
And I think when something that Jeff mentioned is when you are going through that anxiety, try to ask yourself or figure out where it's coming from.
Yeah.
And I realized that mine
Okay.
is perception,
Mm.
because I it's almost like being misunderstood on the mic. Right. And it's like, damn, how do I control the perception? Right. But do you ever get to control the perception?
Well, it's funny you bring it that way. Is like, in life, I feel like I'm consistently speaking and like hoping I'm perceived
Yep.
the right way.
Yep.
Yeah.
So in music,
Yep.
I feel like I'm perfect. Like, I never have any anxiety about it. Like, once
Wow.
I feel like whatever I said in the song, once it's out, that's exactly what I meant. I don't
meant
care how you
that.
feel.
Yeah.
You don't
I
care what
said what I
happens. You don't
said.
care.
So it's my
Right.
only space in life.
So
where I get to
music
have
is the
that.
only place where you feel like you don't care what anybody thinks.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that's the
Wow.
only place.
That's incredible.
In life,
That's
I'm
good.
consistently trying to like, well, I hope I didn't.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
incredible. I wonder where that comes from. If it
I
comes from
know.
judgment, if it comes from just,
I know.
seeing people suffer consequences for things that we're like, damn, I kind of thought the same thing.
Yeah.
I said the same thing to my homegirl.
Like,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, for me, I just I don't really, okay, so I feel the anxiety before, like, let's say I'm about to record today. Today, I felt a lot of anxiety before recording. But when I'm in the moment and after,
Yeah.
I don't feel it at all.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even care what people think about what I say.
Yeah.
I don't care at all. I don't know if it's because, like you said, it's because I already put out the best thing I could put out. And whatever you think is whatever you
It is
think.
what it is.
I know that I liked it and I loved it.
Yeah.
So, and I also think that whatever you put out, there's always going to be somebody that's going to have something negative to say about it.
Yeah.
So what's the point of really feeling anxiety about that? That's about their own insecurities.
Yeah. It's just so much easier said than done.
It is.
100%.
It is.
Because when you're in the moment, it's like...
That's why I look at it as more of a analytical point of view.
Yeah.
Like, I take my emotions completely out of it.
Yeah.
Like, that's why what you said about embracing your anxiety sounds so foreign to me, because I take my emotions completely out of anxiety. I don't want to embrace it. I just want to look at it, figure out how to remove it, and do whatever it takes to make it go away.
Yeah. I just sit in my head like, you tripping, girl, you tripping. That's all I could do, you know? And I think we'll find different ways to deal with that anxiety because there's so many different levels to it. You know?
There is.
Definitely different levels.
Well, yeah. Well, you know what? I know that everyone deals with anxiety. So you guys out there, you can join the conversation.
Please.
You can also rate yourselves. How are you feeling mentally out of 1 through 5? You can do that at Oh Friend Podcast right here on YouTube. Drop down in the comments below. But first, don't forget to rate, like, and subscribe, please. We got a couple subscribers now.
You know what I'm saying?
We about to blow up. Right. But also you can do that. You don't forget, you guys can also add into the comments on Insta or DM us at Oh Friend Podcast, everywhere you listen to podcasts. All right, we're gonna dive into our next segment. We're gonna keep it moving because just like life, we need some balance. So we're about to get into the messy stuff now that we got all the healthy good stuff. So Dre,
Let's get into the mess.
get ready. We're about to get messy. Okay. What we talking about today, Joe?
Oh, we're not really going to do the intro?
Oh yeah, we are.
Oh my gosh, I can't
Let's do
believe
the intro.
you.
I'm sorry, I'm throwing off. I'm ready to get down and dirty.
Okay, let's get into the mess with our He Said,
She said,
where we gossip like only two best friends can,
Oh.
featuring a third friend.
Love it.
appreciate a
Love
third
it.
friend. All right.
Okay. So let's start with Dave Chappelle. I don't know if you guys heard, but Dave Chappelle last night was performing at the Hollywood comedy festival.
Okay.
And a 23-year-old came on stage and tackled him on stage.
What?
Yes. He ran up the stage, tackled Dave on the ground. Jamie Foxx ran up on the stage. Security ran up
Come
on
on,
the stage.
Jamie.
They
Come on, Jamie being a goon.
They dragged him to the backstage and made
Washed
him,
him.
and he came out looking like a pretzel.
Wait,
Oh,
no.
I did see. Yes. Okay. Yes, I did see that.
I need to know
He
more.
came out looking like Mojo Jojo from
Hold
Pop
on.
Up Girls.
Before y'all blame Will Smith, I need to know more. I need to know, why did he do this?
I don't know why he did it. They haven't really figured out why he did it. He probably did have some issues. He also had a fake gun, like those fake guns that when you pull the trigger, a knife comes out. So he also
Wait,
pointed
what?
that.
That's not fake.
Wait, right.
Yeah,
What?
so-
That's a weapon.
That's a
Yeah,
weapon.
so it was an actual weapon, yeah. And
Yeah.
then he pointed it at Dave Chappelle right before he did the tackling. Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Damn.
Yeah, it
Comedy
was.
is
Wait,
hard.
is comedy turning into the new music industry where it's like guys that come from the street and go into music? Some people say that the music industry is more dangerous.
Mhm.
Is
not.
is this the beginning of right?
I guess not.
I'm not gonna lie.
this-
When we spoke about the Will Smith slap a couple weeks ago, I said, you know what? I wasn't mad at him smacking him on stage, but the one thing I did say was, I hope this doesn't create a trend where people
we
think they
are.
can go up on
y'all gonna
stage
blame
and beat up
Will.
these comedians
Y'all
because they're
gonna
saying a
blame
joke
Will.
that they don't like. I don't want to blame Will, but he did set a precedence.
Comedians get smacked every day, B.
I mean, but not tackled on stage.
No, that's true. That's too far. He needs to go to jail.
And this is Dave Chappelle. He's the
Yeah.
number one comedian in the world right now.
I think, it's stand-up comedy is already a hard job as it is, trying to find satire in real life.
Yeah.
So I think to get on stage and try to poke fun of, especially his last couple of stand-ups have been real controversial.
Yes. Very risky.
Yeah.
And as somebody who's a fan of Dave and understands where he's coming from with a lot of those jokes, I can understand how other people may not get it.
Yeah.
And like, once you step on that ledge, you got to understand that you got to take everything that comes with it.
That's
That's
true.
it.
So,
That's it.
Does he deserve to get tackled on stage? Like, no, he don't deserve to get tackled on stage. But, you know, he understood he's going to ruffle some feathers. And my biggest thing is really just hearing that. I got a problem with his security. Like,
Yes.
who are you let your man on
allowed
stage?
you-
Whose man is this?
How did this get this far? Why is Jamie Foxx better
Right.
than his
Why
security?
Jamie
On stage, they
Shut
dragged
up.
him to the back, and Dave said they were stomping him.
Now
deserved that.
listen. Now
Yeah.
we all need a
Allegedly.
friend. We all need a friend like
Allegedly.
Jamie.
We all need a Jamie
We
Foxx.
all need a goon to the left of us.
We
okay?
all need a goon.
Listen, like I said before, comedians can't stand behind it was a joke. It doesn't make it right for people to attack them, and I don't think that there should be a epidemic of comedians getting attacked on stage. I think let's calm down. We all have our different opinions on Will Smith and Chris Rock, but just comedians just doing stand up and random people running up on them, like it's a lot. But I think also, like you said, Dre, it's like you are kind of teetering on shallow waters. You know what I mean?
Every
So where
day.
it's like you don't know who you're going to offend, and it's dangerous right now.
It's super dangerous.
It's dangerous going to the grocery store, let alone talking about somebody's mama on stage.
Listen, man.
I do have another question though,
up?
because some people are saying that there was a double standard. Because they're saying that this man got stomped out in the backstage, looking like a pretzel.
He got mollywopped?
Looking like a pretzel,
Yeah.
looking crazy.
Right.
And Will Smith was allowed to walk back to his seat and win his Oscar.
God need to set some rules, bro.
Don't you ever try to make it seem like it was the same thing.
Well, no, listen.
That is not the same
no,
thing.
No, it is. And if Chris Rock, I said this to somebody else when it happened. I said,
Oh
yo,
my
if Chris
God.
Rock was like, all right, you got me, and then later on washed Will Smith up in the back, that would have been acceptable.
Yes.
That would have been acceptable.
Yes.
So homie just happened to be on stage.
Yeah.
He got washed. But
Right.
But at the same time, he came up. I think the difference with the Will Smith thing is like Will Smith was a part of the show. No one thought that he was going to do that.
He was
Doesn't make
being
it doesn't
honored.
make it right. But
Yeah.
this guy had a weapon. This guy,
it was
you know,
just some
really
crazy-
tried to
and he
tried to-
tackled him.
Yeah,
like it was
really
very
tried
aggressive
to do
behavior.
bodily harm. You know
it
what
was
I mean?
planned. You could tell it was what planned.
Yeah,
as opposed to-
Yeah,
It's
it was-
too
That's
much.
different.
It's a whole
Do
different.
y'all really want to go to jail for smacking comedians for jokes? Like, come on.
Listen,
Come on.
we grew up in the internet era, man. Kids do anything to go viral.
That's a fact.
Like,
Oh, well, he's charged
Yep.
with a felony now, so
Yeah.
I hope it was worth it.
Well,
Yeah, I hope
there
it was
goes your
worth it.
summer. There goes your
Yeah.
it was
summer.
worth it.
He ain't gonna be on no more comedy
Looking
shows.
like a
also.
damn
Listen.
pretzel. Here's his body.
What?
Crazy.
Watch this be a
They
TikTok
said he looked like a
challenge.
Nicki Minaj pose.
Oh my,
I was like, stop. They were killing me with that one.
oh my God, I'm dead. Damn.
Mm,
It's a hard life for
Couldn't be me,
comedians.
man.
Shout out to y'all.
Give me me. I'm gonna let you know right now if anybody run up on me on stage.
Listen,
it's not gonna go the way you think.
Right.
Listen.
Not-
Can
not
we
gonna
just
go.
say it?
Right.
Because my goons is always with me.
The
Period.
Google was on lock.
That
Not gonna happen,
protection
bro.
is always there.
And then I got too much pride to let that rock.
That's
Not-
what I'm
On
saying.
a public space,
Right.
Come on.
You can't
Right.
push.
Don't
me in public-
embarrass me.
Nah,
Right.
don't do that.
Don't
do that.
embarrass
Right.
me.
No bag is worth it.
Yeah, for sure. That's a fact.
So our next story, we do have a clip for this story. It has to do with Young Thug. He made some interesting comments.
Are we surprised?
And I do want to dive deep into these comments. So let's play the clip and let's listen.
Okay. What did he say?
God need to set some rules, bro. We need new rules. Need a new oath, bro. If you're a broke ass, you should not be able to nut because you bringing poor kids into this world for you making rob and kill and steal because you running around with no type of career, no nothing. Having kids. Now your kids growing up won't. Your kids growing up looking at Thug and his game.
Yeah. So basically, he's saying broke people shouldn't have kids. So, so I do want to ask the question: do you think that people who are not financially stable should have kids?
I just want to point out that I heard in the background he was watching a basketball game.
Yeah, he was watching the game. Yeah.
That's a bad mix. That means I know there was drinks involved.
Yeah.
His mans was involved.
Yeah.
He was in the
There's a lot of
studio, too.
testosterone going
he
on
was
in
in
that
the
room.
studio too.
I think broke people should have kids. I mean,
That sounds so crazy. It sounds so crazy.
let's put it like this. Me personally, as somebody who does not have any kids yet,
Same.
you feel me? I'm aware that one of the biggest reasons I'm not so excited to have a child right now is because I want to financially be in a certain place.
Yes.
I want to be so. although currently I'm financially stable, I would like to be way more to anticipate someone else's life. But it's funny, we brought this up, and I'm gonna tell y'all a funny story that shit happened. So boom, I'm at the job. It's probably like a couple years ago, right? This young girl I work with, and she's telling people she's pregnant, and she don't know what to do. And
okay, how old is young?
this shorty is like maybe 17 years old.
Damn.
Oh,
Maybe.
wow.
Maybe something like that, 17, 18. And there's these two people at the job, and one person is super like pro-abortion, and this other person is super, you feel me?
Okay.
So me watching this, knowing all parties involved, I'm like, yo, y'all should kind of let her have, you
Like
can give
rock,
your one
yeah.
too.
Oh, but they were like really telling her, like, you need to get rid of it.
Yes, like literally in the exact same room. She's sitting there like, I don't know what to do. And one person's like, well, you shouldn't get rid of that baby because God's, is watching.
Yeah.
And another person's right next to him saying, nah, I'll take you right now to the abortion. I'm like, yo, this girl's mad young. Like, stop doing
pressure,
that.
Yeah.
There was so much pressure. And I just remember thinking to myself, like, y'all gonna drive this girl crazy no matter which way she go. She's so young and impressionable. But as far as like, now with that being said, do I think that maybe she shouldn't have had the kid? I wouldn't lean towards it.
Yeah.
But
Because 17?
It's super young. But also my mom was like 18 when she had me, So they told her she wasn't gonna graduate high school, and they told her she wasn't gonna be anything. And she not only graduated high school, she went on and became an accountant. Like, so everyone's situation is different, know. So you how it starts off may not be how it ends for everybody.
Yeah. I think there's no such thing as planning to have a kid. Who does like
What do you mean
like
by that?
What I mean by that is I agree with you. That's the same reason why I'm not with child, right? It's because I am comfortable with my financial situation for myself.
Right.
But to bring in a kid, I want to bring them in a different lifestyle because I've had exposure to what it's like having a kid and not being in that particular lifestyle, right? Financially. But I think how many people have successfully planned kids, right? Even if I think about my parents were okay financially, but they didn't plan me.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so it's like,
Isn't that crazy?
it's crazy, right? We were mistakes, right? It's great. We were just accidents. No, but so I think I agree with him to a certain extent because I agree that we need to be more conscious and aware of our decision, more responsible in our decision making. Because when you think of a lot of the trauma that we've endured, especially in the Black community, a lot of it is because of poverty.
100%.
Right? But then, and at the same time, that poverty, a lot of it has come from systemic racism and microaggressions and things as such, right? So broke people gonna have sex. And
That's a fact.
Not all
if
broke
nothing
people.
else.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, right? And when I think about, some of my family members who I loved and had great households, but weren't as fortunate financially as maybe my household, I had the best times at my titi house. You know what I mean? So it's like, do you need money to raise a kid? Or is it that important? Is money that important? Because some people are okay. It's also, I'm sick of rich people telling broke people what the fuck to do because you are a part of the 1% by chance.
100%.
There's a million rappers, a million artists that wish to be where you are and people that don't even want to be in the entertainment industry, right? But this idea or this thing where rich people just start telling people what decisions to make. It's insane and it's insensitive. It's tone deaf.
100%.
Because broke people gotta get their itches scratched too.
Yeah. Even
okay.
What's up?
I might say,
Oh, boy.
Take a sip and then talk that talk. Take a sip first.
Okay.
What you about to say? I'm scared. I'm scared.
For me, it's a lot harder for me to have kids.
Okay.
It's a much smaller chance for me to have a child by chance.
Okay.
So I'm a little bit more intense. So I'm able to be very intentional with my future and how I want to have kids and with who and if I want to do it by myself. So I really think about how that's a great thing for myself.
Yeah.
And so I think about if people did only have kids when they were financially stable, how much better those children's childhoods, their experiences would be. So I'm just thinking as a whole, because I know there's some amazing people that came out that were broke, like Oprah.
Yeah.
She came from a broke family.
Most of the people that we admire today.
100%.
But they all been through so many issues and challenges. Think about if they were not born into poverty.
Well, also,
and how different their lives would be.
We got to think about these celebrity kids, though. These celebrity kids are the ones out here going crazy. The kids that been in the gutter, we making a little better decisions. But it's these celebrity kids that's going around crazy.
That's true.
Mental health issues. Not, a lot of people have mental health issues. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but we see it more heightened in those very privileged children, right? And their upbringing. And then also, this notion of like being financially stable, it's like hoping that your credit score stays the same. Are we ever truly financially stable for an extended period of time? We all go through ups and downs.
Yeah.
Nobody expected for there to be a pandemic.
That's a fact. A lot of people
right? So it's like, again, how do we value money when it comes to our family institutions?
But I know money does not buy you happiness.
But it damn sure.
But it damn sure buys you time to get happy.
Yes, it does. It does.
Some time to get happy. It damn sure takes a lot of the stress away. And think about if every single child was raised in a financially stable household.
Yeah.
Think about how different society would be as a whole.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's like we've had our own people experiences, and it's like I've watched other kids who've grown up financially stable way in a whole other space. And it's like, the only reason you're still here, like able to function, is because you come from that space. Like, as opposed to someone else who I know didn't come from the best of situations, and they're much further in life than this person. And it's like,
that's true.
I think taking away the human element in these kind of discussions is like, we have to take that into account too. Like, you can assume that if you were born into a better financial situation, that maybe your life would be better off, but you have no idea.
Big fact.
You just don't. True. You could grow up trash.
Yeah. I'm going to just say it.
Say it. Talk it.
As a hardworking, independent, child-free woman, it is triggering when you see that there are financial handouts to those that don't make the right decision. So that's something.
That's what you talked about earlier. That's what you talked about earlier. Now I know. Okay.
So again, I don't completely agree nor disagree with what he said, because
Can I get a percentage?
let's
a percentage of how much you agree.
It's going back and forth. I'm like 50.
Okay.
55. Maybe 55. But no, it's true. Like, I'm single and so meaning not married, right? Don't have any children, make a certain amount of years. So there is no financial support for myself. Right? I can't get EBT, get food stamps and cash it in to buy AIF or some AirPods. I can't do that. Right? And we all know somebody who does.
100%.
Let's be real, right? And we all know somebody who cashes out every March, every February, because it's tax time. We all know that person. But for me, I think it has less to do with them being broke and more to do with them being ignorant.
Correct.
So ignorant people or people that don't have their priorities in order, I think that's how he should have worded it.
Maybe the wording needs to change.
Because you could really have your shit together and still be living paycheck to paycheck.
100%.
Look at gas prices right
100%.
now. Inflation is crazy. And then also, if I bring it into being a Black woman, there's a lot of less resources for us. We could be doing the same amount of work in the office and get less pay. 100%. So I think it's less about being broke and more about, do you have your shit together? Where are your priorities?
Exactly.
Because we all know that girl.
An emotionally intelligent person who is able to really raise a child.
Exactly. But with that being said, this ban on abortions don't just hurt us, okay? It's not just a plague on women. Y'all men gonna have to stop cheating because y'all not gonna be able to pay that abortion money. You'll be able to keep sending that abortion money. Y'all saw it from Tristan Thompson, okay?
Yeah.
Listen, you can't keep paying your side chicks to get rid of the baby.
They don't be using that money for the abortion anyway.
Listen, my beautiful feminists have spoke already, and I don't need to go on and on about how it is an attack on women and
100%.
how I feel like we are in a time machine and going back.
I feel like we're going backwards.
into
Crazy.
slavery and sexism, right?
Yeah.
But does knowing that there might be a ban on abortions make you not want to have sex? Not want to have sex?
Well,
No.
no.
Far from it.
It really doesn't affect me, but even if it did affect me, then no.
Men feel like this
No.
does not affect you guys.
It's not that it don't
No,
affect
no,
me.
for me, it
it's
doesn't
I'm
affect
ready
me,
to
but-
take on the challenge.
Oh,
I'm ready. You feel me?
okay.
Whatever I got to do.
Somebody said his pull-out game is strong.
It is not. But it is certainly not. But, I'm not about to. I'll figure it out.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
okay.
I'll figure it out,
Listen, I just feel as though it's not always the woman who wants the abortion. A lot
No.
of the times it's the men that are the man that's saying, yo, I can't have that kid. My wife can't find out, this and this and that.
Is it going
So-
to make you more careful then?
Yeah.
Let's put it like this. I've had two situations, right? I've had two.
Do tell.
I've had two. One, I was dating this girl. We weren't together, but she knew I wasn't trying to be in a relationship at the time.
Right.
But she was my people's, like not at all like some side or nothing like that. Absolutely my people's. And when I first met her, she wasn't on birth control. She's like, yo, it makes me feel weird. So he was always using condoms.
It makes me gain weight.
Yeah, all that weird stuff. I'm like, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
So we started off using condoms. And then, those drunk nights, we're like, yo, like, oh, you're not trying to, you gonna let me?
Y'all always trying to take the condom off the Henny.
You know what I'm
Always.
saying? And this is, I was
Right.
like, let's see what's up.
Right.
So it only happened a few times or whatever. And then I would say a few months later, we was doing us and she was like, you ain't got to use a condom this time. And I'm like, why not? Instantly stop the night. No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And she was like, you just don't need to worry about that. I'm like, I would only not need to worry about that if you did something that you told me you weren't going to do, and you would only get on birth control because something happened. Like I put it all together in a matter of 5 seconds.
Right.
And I instantly got hot. I was like, yo, so you had an abortion and you didn't tell me?
Oh, wow.
I was hot. I was so mad. I blacked out for 15 minutes straight and walked out. And then, we talked about it after the fact, but it frustrated me, not because I feel like I in any way, shape, or form have any control over her body or any of that. Like, I don't feel like I'm her owner or master. It was more just like the relationship we had. I wanted to be part of something like that. You feel me?
Should be
It's
a part
like,
of the conversation.
Like, if you felt like, she had a child already. So it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to know, like, if something like this does happen, left or right, I'm here. So had you decided to keep it, I would have been there.
Yep.
You feel me? So it was definitely a selfish moment I had, being real with myself.
But why do you think she didn't tell you?
She didn't tell me, and I've grown and understood this. She didn't tell me because, one, we weren't in that space.
Okay.
It was more she felt like she assumed I didn't want it, and she was just like, yo, I don't even want to deal with this whole situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I respect that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, as time went on, I was able to understand that. But, just the initial, like, I was just way more hurt that, like, I thought we was cool.
Yeah,
I
you thought that she could come to you and tell you that.
Black man.
Yeah,
Not a lot of men would have that response, but I agree that women shouldn't make the decision on their own.
Yeah,
I agree that at least you all should be the other person should be a part of the conversation.
Yeah.
I think.
or aware that it's happening because it was 50% you also, so it was a 50-50 thing.
It was so hard, man. It's a hard thing to call.
Yeah.
On one end, I'm all for you. I don't ever want anyone to feel like I have any rights over anyone else's body.
Yeah.
I just, the person.
He's like, let me make that clear.
Yeah, because it's super misogynistic
No,
to come up and be like, yo,
Insert
you
clip.
can't. Yeah, like I'm aware. As I'm getting older, I'm aware that there's a lot of things that I say and think that are super misogynistic,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
never, you know what I'm saying?
It's
Wow.
patriarchy. That's really what you are. Yeah, that's patriarchy.
It's embedded. It's embedded.
Women, he is single. Okay. Mount Vernon, New York. That's where you can find them.
But yeah, it's just, having these conversations with other women you really care about. And like, I even had a conversation with a group, and it came from me being in a studio with a group of dudes, and we were talking about raising daughters. And I was like, yo, as a man, I know what a successful man looks like. Like, we all just had that conversation. I was like, yo, what do you think women think is a successful woman? And I just had mad conversations with a whole bunch of different women. There's not a consistent answer. It's not a consistent answer. Like if I asked you right now,
What do you think?
I
is
was
a
just about to
successful
say,
woman?
damn, don't
What do
ask
you
me.
think?
what's a successful woman?
I'm curious about this.
God damn. I don't think that success is money.
Okay.
I think that a successful woman is a woman who knows who she is,
Mm-hmm.
knows where she's come from, and is doing something about it.
Do you think the society deems that as a successful woman?
No. I think that
That's the
what
point.
society deems as success is what will ultimately be the cause of our demise. I think that society sees success as physical first
Okay.
for a woman.
Okay. I'm
Success
listening.
is physical first.
Mm.
I think physical first, and I think sexual second, financially third.
Mm.
Because nobody wants. Men don't really care how much we make, but
Nope.
but they don't want us in the projects.
Correct.
They don't want us in a gutter.
100%.
You know what I mean?
What about power?
But that's
It's not
what
on
I'm
the
saying.
it ain't on
That's
the list.
not that's
Really?
not
It's not on the
success.
list at all?
No, I don't think that's
Wow.
so for me, I feel that I'm successful because I know who I am. I know what I'm capable of, and I work towards that every day. And I go home to something that I'm proud of, and I wake up every day to something that I'm proud of, and something that I could say, you know, if things don't work out, I'm proud that I did that. You know, so
Sounds like
to
success
me,
to me.
that's success. I feel like I've reached that, right? And when I look at my mother, is such a successful woman, and I mean, gosh, her resume is so long, but the
Love
thing that she is most successful in to me is because that woman knows who she is,
That
and you
pride.
can't tell that.
Love it.
You can't tell her who she is,
Yeah.
right? So to me, it's like the job titles can change,
Yeah.
and now, and as I said before, financial stability can change too, right? But I do think that success is within, and again, I think for women, society sees success as is she a hoe or not? Does she look appealing or not? Right? That's success, because a woman could have 6 figures, but if she got 6 kids by 6 different men, society doesn't see her as successful. You understand? So I think for success is different for men and women. For sure.
1,000%.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Pride.
No, just a,
You know what I'm
So
saying?
it's
We-
ladies,
about-
I'm gonna keep speaking for us. Don't worry,
you know what
ladies.
I'm
I got
saying?
you. I got
I don't want
you.
to go for the tangent
Yeah,
on it, but you know what I'm saying?
So it's all about pride, like you said, pride.
It is.
Just like Beyonce said.
Come on, we can always.
So when we win, we will have pride.
What, you gonna sing it? I thought you were about to sing it.
I was about to, but I was like, let me.
I know. Let me rein myself
allergies
in.
got my voice
Let me
a little
rein it in.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Well, you know what? If men can have abortions, they'll be in drive-through. So we can move on to the next segment.
Let's go. Let's go. Do you want to do one more topic?
Come on, let's do
Okay.
one more before we go into our friendship.
Okay, let's do one more topic. Okay, I did last week. So I did promise you guys an update with the whole Black China versus the Kardashians case.
Oh, put me on. What's that?
yes. So have you heard about the
I
case?
heard nothing.
Oh, okay. Let me put you on real
Let me
quick.
get
The
real
hood
quick.
took a
Let me
L.
give you like
What's
let me
up?
give you like a rewind.
The
Okay.
hood took a L, y'all.
So Black China sued the Kardashians for over $100 million.
$100 million.
For defamation because they accused her. I mean, she accused them of canceling her reality show with Rob years ago, Rob in China.
They had a show.
Yes,
Oh,
they
so
had a
they're the
reality
ones who
show.
canceled it?
Yes, they canceled it because they were supposed to have a second season, but they canceled it mid renewal because they renewed it for a second season, and she was going to get paid $90,000 per episode. And because she choked Rob with an iPhone cord allegedly and pointed a gun at his head,
She admitted to it. That was
allegedly,
not
although
alleged.
she admitted to it in court, they said, "Oh no, we do not want her on these networks," so they canceled her show basically.
Okay.
So she sued them for that. They've been in court for the past week because of that. They've all been in court speaking their information. Kylie said that China stabbed Tyga.
Chris called
Yeah.
China ghetto.
Ooh.
Stupid and ghetto.
Stupid and ghetto.
And I completely disagreed with
Chris?
her calling her stupid. I completely disagree with that.
You left in on
What?
that.
What?
And on that note.
So they have reached a verdict. The jury deliberated. They spent about 24 hours, and they have said that the Kardashians are cleared of all charges. So China lost, unfortunately.
The hood took an L.
Our girl China lost, yeah.
But she didn't miss a beat because homegirl said, well, I'm just going to fight.
Yeah, she said she's going to file an appeal.
Match.
Mm-hmm.
Up. I know. I was talking about literally fighting.
Who's she fighting?
She put something up and said that
she needs the money.
I don't think that she said
pay those lawyer fees.
If not, y'all tell us in the comments. But apparently, she want to go. She want to take out that aggression in the ring. So,
but I did want to
see Black China fight.
Ooh,
it got to be another.
I want to see her. I don't really want to see her fight anybody.
Yeah, okay. We don't promote violence.
I got somebody.
Who you got?
Mystica from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Yes, girl, yes. That's like the perfect match, right?
You know what? Nah, I want to see her fight Tammy from Basketball Wives.
She gonna lose.
Nah,
Tammy got hands.
Nah, I want to see that. I love Tammy.
I want to see her. I want to see her fight Kimbella.
Ooh, this is nice.
I want to see her fight Kimbella.
Listen to us.
Yes. Listen to us.
I love Kimbella.
Set it up. We said it here first on the OFP, O Friend podcast. Okay, we said it first.
And in new news connected to the whole Kardashian thing, Ray J has spoken out. So,
what he say?
So Ray J went off this morning. He had an interview with the Daily Mail and he spilled all the tea. He said,
just like Ray J.
said, I've sat in shadows for over 14 years, allowing the Kardashians to use my name, to abuse my name, make billions of dollars over a decade and a half, talking about a topic I've never really spoken about. So basically what he said is, it was all a lie.
What's a lie?
It was all a lie.
Basically, lie?
He's saying that him, Kim, and Chris came up with the sex tape idea and sold it to Vivid, all for publicity, and they basically lied and said that it was just leaked.
We knew that. Black people knew that.
100%.
Black people knew that. Why you always lying? We knew that.
He also spilled these DMs that he was DMing Kim, telling her stop talking about him, and she responded, and she was giving him all of the professionalism in the response. I was gagging. I was gagging. I was gagging.
With you, good for him for standing up and like I think it's because he's on the receiving end of like there being additional sex tapes and things as such. So it looks like he's still out to exploit her, or that he still has.
He did drop a song called "I Hit It First."
Exactly, and at the end of the day, I watched the episode.
Was his part. If it was a deal, okay, so if he's saying that Chris and Kim came to him with a deal proposition. I gotta be able to make something off it too.
I think what it is that they did it together.
If you able to start a whole career, start TV shows, even to where 20 years later, y'all still talking about this same sex tape.
But he could have capitalized on it too. I could at least have a
song. Let me at least have a hit song. And I hit it first. I was jamming to I Hit It First.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm very happy about that release. So
good song.
I don't know. I think I'm just so sick of hearing about this damn sex tape. Like
I think what it is, because I watched the episode and she didn't really talk bad about him.
Did.
Of course I watched it. I loved it. Yeah. She didn't really talk bad about him. She was just happy that Kanye brought her all of the suitcase full of sex tapes. I don't know why all of the sex tapes was in a giant ass suitcase.
But
she didn't say his name. She didn't say nothing disparaging about him. It was more so his manager that was going to release the sex tape. So I think that it's too little too late. Like, why is he saying this now? And at the end of the day, we already knew this shit. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, I think we all peeped that this was a play.
Yeah.
But also, like, sometimes you can't predict how it's like, let's say me and you get together and go, let's play a basketball game. We go outside. The next thing I know, ESPN is outside and they want to draft you.
It's true.
Right.
You don't know how far something could go. So
that's true.
Because Mimi tried and that was a flop. So
was
clearly,
it a flop? Was it? Was it a flop? It was a great tape.
It was 1,000 there.
It was a great tape.
Yeah,
I'll leave it at that.
But I think it's like she made $1 billion off of it. She made
It's a great tape.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was about to go left, but this is not lip service. Shout out to Angela Yee. Let me redirect. Well, you know what? Well, was that it for our gossip segment?
Yeah, I think that's
All right,
it.
well,
unless you want to talk about this Drake thing.
No, we're gonna move on.
Ooh, okay,
Drake always in somebody's
We can
DMs.
talk about that later because I just
we
Oh, you found out about
we
that?
can talk about the light skin Poppy another time. Well, guys, we're gonna dive right into our next segment. Since we're done gossiping and being messy, and we're gonna dive into our friend shit segment. You know, drop the P, make it a T. I just threw that in there. I'm drunk. All right, well, all right. So friend shit segment where we dive deep in all things friendship. I want to talk about fake friends. And I want to talk about fake friends because as we are trying to make our way into
Navigate. That's a good word, right?
Navigate and really have that introduction into the entertainment industry. Dre, you are quite a seasoned artist,
A little bit.
and producer. And with that said, I'm sure you have had some interactions with some fake and phony friends. So before we dive into what is a fake friend to you, I did some research.
Let's get the definition.
And my research, aka Google, says
Come on, Miss Google.
a fake friend is someone who makes you fake it. Fake liking, fake authenticity, or faking someone you are not in order to be friends with them. So Google gave us a little curveball
Didn't expect
and said that a fake friend is someone that makes you change your character to
that's
be
not how
around
black people
them.
use it.
That exactly.
How black people use it.
So we want to know, Dre, what's a fake friend to you?
I think a lot of times people mix up fake friends and bad friends. There is a difference. There is a difference between a fake friend and a bad friend. A bad friend is someone who loves you and they really care about you. They just don't know how to really show you in a respectful way. They got some own personal stuff that they can't even handle the right way to respect you. That needs to be respect.
So they don't know how to be your friend.
You feel me? They don't know how to be your friend. If they could be, they would do it in a heartbeat.
Damn.
They just, it's something with them personally and how you are that just something it's not clicking right.
Okay.
But a bad friend could be, they could turn into a good friend. They could figure it out. A fake friend is an opportunist. Simple and plain. That's it. A fake friend is just an opportunist. So that means, so I'll give you a perfect example, right?
Okay.
Let's do the birthday joint.
Okay.
You feel me? Birthday coming up in 2 months. Let everybody know, hey, we doing the birthday joint. We doing it at this spot.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Have your money ready. This is what we doing. You let everybody know in 2 months in advance.
Okay.
A bad friend is gonna be like, bitch, I'll be there. We gonna turn it up. First month we in there. The second month she gonna be like, yo, if I can show up. It was like, if.
Right.
If.
Right. I thought you was there.
You did.
Yeah.
And then the week up, and then the night of just won't show up.
Interesting.
And it texts you 2 days later, 3 days later. Not the next day, not the day of 2 days.
Right.
Bro, like, you know, I had a thing that came up, or they'll just dodge you for months because they know they're wrong.
Bitch, I feel seen.
You
I mean,
you'll dodge somebody for months because you just that anxiety, like, yo, I don't really want to talk to her.
Are you a bad friend?
We've all been bad friends at one point or another. We've all been bad friends.
We've all been there. We've all
100%.
been there.
You feel me? Now, here's what a fake friend will do.
Okay.
A fake friend, let's do it. Let's turn it up. They'll be at the birthday and they'll show love and they'll do all this. But they'll also be talking shady to you the other while she's there that whole night. You know she cheating on her boyfriend, right?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So gossip is a first indicator.
100% gossip.
Okay.
Even after the fact where it's like, maybe they didn't put in no money for the so they laughing it up taking pictures, but they're not putting no money in. Or they're putting just the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? That if they paid $50, I'm only paying $50.
Okay.
That's
okay.
But
put a pin in that.
Okay, let's pin it.
What's your definition of a fake friend?
Okay. Kind of like what Dre said when it comes to talking about you behind your back. And basically that's what I see a fake friend is. Somebody that's going to smile in your face and really support you and say, oh yeah, that's everything. That outfit is everything. Oh, you're doing this and that. And then behind your back, they're like, you know, last night they looked like trash. I don't know what the fuck they were wearing, but I told them the outfit is everything. That's what I see as a fake friend.
Interesting, because I agree with the both of you. But when I think of a fake friend, I think of someone who has different identities. And what I mean by that is I think it's okay to have different sides of your personality,
100%.
but I think a fake friend is someone who has an identity with you. And then when you see them in a different environment, their identity completely shifts opposite of what they were to you, not in addition. So for example, I can be someone that is very observant.
Yes.
But I can also be someone that's very outgoing and talkative. That me being someone that's outgoing is an addition to me being someone that's like, maybe I'm observant first. Now, having a different identity is if with you, I'm a feminist and I'm like women and da-da-da-da. But then when we get in front of other men, I am... women should submit. And I think this is what we should do, right? Or if I get with you and I'm like, I don't like people that I don't like people that cut people off. And and if I see somebody cut someone off, I'm a curse them out or I'm gonna say something because we're in a podcast and stop talking. But then I sit down and our guest cuts us off and I'm like, no, don't say anything. It's okay. When you have two different identities that are completely opposite of each other, depending on who you are around.
Yeah, that sounds like a fake person altogether.
A fake person.
Yeah.
So I think you guys talked about gossip being an indicator of a fake friend. But don't we all gossip?
Yeah.
But
what's the difference?
You want the real answer to that?
Yes.
Okay, because it's layered. It's definitely layered. Okay.
Is it depending on who finds out?
If well, yeah. Yeah. So y'all are close friends, right?
Yes.
Super close friends.
Yeah.
I'm a friend of y'all's.
Yes.
We're friends. Obviously, y'all are much closer friends than not me. Okay?
Yeah.
So boom. Now, let's say there's another person who is also close in that group with y'all. I'm still a friend, just not as close as y'all.
Okay.
Now, he says something to this friend about you. Y'all are in the same group. That's like, all right, cool, it's whatever, because this is y'all are in that group.
Okay.
Now, he says that to you about me, to me, now it's like, that's a little bit different, because I'm fake outside. I'm cool, but I'm not in the tribe. I'm cool, at least not yet. You know what I'm saying? I plan to be there one day.
So you could, in that example, if the fake friend is smart about who they talk shit to, you could not even know that you got a fake friend in your circle.
But even talking shit, even that term is a little bit, it's one thing. Talking shit is like literally down.
Yeah.
You're downgrading someone.
Yeah.
Now, if you're downgrading someone, I don't care who you're talking to.
Yeah.
Like, you're not my mans.
Agreed.
We also had an episode a couple episodes ago where we talked about gossip and can we have healthy gossip?
Yes. Gossip and talking shit are two different things.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
So like, can you have healthy gossip? Like, is that a fake friend? If they're like gossiping in a healthy way, like, oh, this is what happened. This is why I heard that what happened with this friend. Are they okay?
What did you got to come to with that? What was the answer? Is there such thing as healthy gossip?
I think so.
Yeah, we ended with yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because you know what? I think in what you said, right? Like,
It
we
depends
gonna
on your
go home and talk
intention.
about you today. Not playing.
Yeah, you feel me? You feel misunderstood.
No.
Misunderstood.
But the part of it that makes it healthy gossip is that we're gonna go home and like, oh my gosh, like Dre was so cool. We're gonna see him again. Oh my God, I loved his shoes.
It's your
or things
intention,
like that.
how intentional
Right,
you are
but-
with the gossip. Yeah.
But sometimes you may gossip in a way that you don't feel comfortable just yet, or maybe you need help saying something to a friend. So if I was afraid to Jeff, I wouldn't be, right? Because we're close. But let's say we had let's just say Dre, right?
Yeah.
And let's say I want to work with Dre again and we want to go out, we want to go whatever. But Dre did something that he's not aware that it's my boundary and I need help on how to say it to him. So I'm like, yo, Dre did this yesterday.
Yeah.
Girl, that was whack, right? But how it turns into healthy gossip is if we have a solution behind it or some type of like end game behind it. Like, okay, so next time he does that, this is what we're going to say.
Yes.
Or next time, you know what? I think you should go talk to him. You know what? I'm going to go grab him and let y'all have the room. I think that's healthy gossip as opposed to he did that shit and I swear to God, it's going to and then we done. You know what I mean? So
And then the fake friend part of it too. It's like, all right, so now a fake friend in that scenario will hear you talk about me and say, yo, I don't know how to say this. And a fake friend will base it on, their response is based on how close they feel like I am in. Because remember, fake friends are opportunists. So if they feel like I'm going to take their spot, they're going to be like,
go back.
yeah, you're like, yo, they was talking.
And tell-
Yo, boom. So now
Heard you.
it's clipped.
Y'all be doing that.
You feel me? Because they're
Y'all be doing
opportunists.
that.
They don't want to lose their spot.
that-
A real friend is going to do their best to. So even if they mess up and explaining how to best handle that, they had genuine intentions.
So
they
then
just messed up.
I agree. So how do you
Decipher that?
decipher who's faking your circle? And have you ever had to?
Have you ever had a time where you didn't even realize they were a fake friend and it just came to you one day, or you found out?
Not people super, super close. I've had people disappoint me in building the friendship.
Okay.
And like, especially in music, like, so you'll meet people and artists of experience. I'm pretty sure all artists who are seasoned in this have experienced it, where you'll do a show or something like that, and someone will come off the stage like, "Oh, you super dope. I know P Diddy's nephew. I know his cousin who works at Def Jam." And
Oh boy,
and like,
I hate a name dropper.
Yeah, you feel me? Just dropping all the
Gosh.
names, and like as back in the day when you're less experienced and less seasoned, and you meet somebody who's talking to you very genuinely, you're like, all right, cool. They would only say this if they were genuinely interested in me, realizing that they see potential in the game, but they're not really invested in who you are as a person, not really invested in that. Like if you weren't making music, they wouldn't care about you at all. So like I've experienced that a few times, but to be personally, in my personal life, I haven't experienced too many people just because I'm already that type of person who you got to do a lot to be considered a friend.
Yes.
There's stuff you got to do. I can be cool with you for years. A friend,
Yeah.
that's a whole nother
Take time.
Yeah.
Take
It's
time.
levels to this
There's levels to the
friendship.
friendship.
Level to this friendship.
Merch coming soon,
You feel
y'all.
me?
It's
Oh,
levels
I
to
want
this
that. I want that. That's a joint.
That's our
Oh, say
slogan.
less.
Yeah, that's our
Say
slogan.
less.
Don't
I need
steal our
that.
shit.
My
It's
thing
copywritten.
is, because you talked about a bad friend versus a fake friend. So one thing I'm going through right now is when you realize that somebody is a bad friend, are you willing to either wait or help them become a good friend?
I'm glad you asked that, brother. I got to answer for you. You ain't got to worry about it. You ain't got to worry about it. Depends on your credit. You feel me? Depends on your credit. Have you been a bad friend for years? Is it outweighing how long you've been a good friend? If you've been a bad
Thank
friend,
you.
longer than
Thank
you've been
you.
a good
I tell
friend,
them all the time. I tell them all the time. And this is what I say. I think I'm with you as far as it takes a lot for me to call you my friend.
100%.
Because we could just be cool, right?
Be cool.
I don't even have to use the word acquaintance. We could just be cool. Yo, that's my guy. We cool,
Feel me?
right? But I think in Jeff's world,
Yeah.
he's more reluctant to say, okay, you're my friend, right? He's more like innocent until proven guilty. Where I'm like, you kind of have to prove yourself.
I just see
Everyone's
the world,
different on that.
I just
Everyone's
see the world
different.
full of sunshine and flowers.
Yeah,
so
your
I
cup
you
is half
should.
full.
I always try
His
to see
cup
the
is half
best in
full.
everybody.
I mean, I support that.
I
I
do.
support that.
I do.
And I think in that sense, you're right. It's like, okay, it's like strike one.
Yeah.
Okay, strike two. Okay, strike three, right? Is it worth calling a fake friend out, or do you ghost them?
If they're a fake friend, what difference does it make? You fake, I don't care.
Right.
If you're
That's
a
what I'm
bad
saying.
friend, if you're a bad friend, that's different.
Okay, but a fake part of the consequences or the effects of a fake friend could be defamation,
Yes.
or it could be really ruining a real friendship.
Yeah.
So if our engineer, Dave, I'm sorry, I'm doing
Dave,
it
they putting you
again.
on blast, son.
My guy Dave. Dave is my guy. I really want to be Dave's friend, you guys. Dave is my guy. But if Dave and I went out, if Dave, myself, and Jeff went out, right? After we record, we gonna hit these streets. And Dave started to be fake as fuck. And in a way that started to make that started to cause demise between Jeff and I. I gotta say something to you. I can't ghost you.
100%.
Yeah.
So it's like, what terms do you have to call out a fake friend?
I'll give you another example.
Okay.
Most fake friends I have dealt with have been women I have slept with. You feel me? So let's talk shit.
Well, then, was it really a friend?
You feel me?
Wow.
Now we've talked about this.
We talked about this off air.
So I personally believe you can be friends with who you ever want to be with. You know what I'm saying? You can be friends with somebody you slept with, how you haven't been with, friends is whatever you make it. With that being said, when you have slept with somebody, you guys have a different kind of rapport. I know when a girl who I slept with is only talking to me because the dude she talking to not paying him no more. I already know what's
We
up.
do that.
You feel me?
We do that.
And I know at this moment you're being a fake friend.
We do that.
I know exactly what's going on here.
But is it
But
a
if that
fake friend, or
100%.
is it a fake friend, or is it I don't have space emotionally for two of you?
No, it's fake.
So I'm only able to because okay. So
Wait, no. He's not here no more. We're not. No. In this scenario, they broke up, or then he's already gone.
Okay.
You feel me? Now it's like, oh, I need someone to talk to. I can't talk to this dude. I can't talk to this dude. I'm gonna just talk to you.
So
I don't
you're
know
that
if that's
person to
fake.
use emotionally?
100%.
I don't know if that's fake
I don't
because
think that's
let
fake.
me tell you why.
All right, so tell me what that is.
A lot of okay.
Because and I want to
You
put it
know-
in context, is that it's only real to me is if I'm that same person when someone else is around. If I'm only this emotional support where you not talking to nobody else,
You see, you hitting my definition of a fake friend.
Okay.
Two different identities.
Okay, there we
right?
go.
You got a different identity than and it's opposite and it's not adding, right? It's not
There
an
we go.
addition. However,
let's talk about it.
I think when the friendship is not just platonic, when the history is sexual or emotional, and that person then goes into a relationship, would you be okay with your girl saying, "Oh yeah, I'm still friends with the dude I just slept with"?
Would I be okay with that?
Yes.
They just slept together? They just
We
slept
friends now, though.
Or
We
they
friends
have
now, though.
recently.
And not only have we slept together, but he's still around.
Around
And all-
around is
and
the
a-
operative word. What does around
He's
mean?
around
Meaning you have
he's
deep emotional
accessible.
conversations.
He's
Yeah, nah.
accessible. He's within reach. If
Yeah.
I want to see him, I have the opportunity to see him. Maybe we didn't sleep together still, but he's been present, or he's someone that still sticks around throughout my last couple of relationships.
If he's your real friend, he'll understand the space. As somebody who, listen, I've sat in all seats. I've been the side, I've been the main, I've been the friend.
on.
Like, I've sat in all seats.
Come on.
And I have been the friend who used to sleep with you, and now you got a new man. And I
Yeah.
respect the boundary of being like, I see you doing you, cool. I'll fall
Yeah.
back.
Okay.
If I'm consistently trying to gain that, keep my space that I was, I'm not really your friend. At that point, I'm a fake friend.
So then if you know how to fall back,
Yeah.
then if she falls back without communicating, is
Yeah.
she fake?
If she falls back without communicating, she's expecting me to understand, and she's playing, she's gambling. She's gambling. So
What
take
if
that
she had a
gamble if you want.
conversation what if she had a conversation with you about it first? Like, hey, I'm getting into a relationship
Yeah.
and I may not have the same type of conversations or connection with you as before. Is that okay?
And that's a decision I can make. And if she has that conversation, we'll be like, nah, I want to be the same friend I was.
Okay.
And then we may have to just split. We may just be like, all right, cool. We can't do, if I can't be what I was, because I've had that relationship with girls that was like, yo, listen, I don't want to play the back burner to nobody. So I'd rather just not be
Even
around you
be
at all.
around you at all,
And there's
yeah.
other girls, well, I don't care. Like,
Listen,
Yeah.
we gonna have to bring Drake back
we
so
gonna
we
do
can
that.
really
This is a
talk
good
about
conversation. I'm not gonna lie.
if you could be friends with someone you slept with for
this was a good
sure.
conversation,
Because I
yeah.
think that's how you and I met.
that was the first
actually.
conversation we had.
That's how you and I met. So we're gonna have to bring y'all. We're gonna have to bring
We'll
Dre
talk
back
about it.
for sure. Okay, so we gotta hold ourselves accountable.
Yes.
When can you describe a time that you've been a fake friend? And were you caught?
I was caught. I was caught. I was a bad friend. I was definitely a bad friend. This happened recently. I went to South by Southwest with the
Okay.
guys. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? We was all out there having a great time. And we was at like this bar, this 2-level joint. And we were all chilling together. And I'll just do this weird thing where I'll just kind of walk off. Like, I'm just so used to being by myself so much. Like, I'm not used to
I love
this Beats
that.
and Sip team I have. I'm not used to having friends who I work. Like, these are my peoples. Like,
Yeah.
Rely on.
I'm not used to
Yeah.
that. This is new to me. Aaron, who's my manager, who's, my partner, he's the one who kind of brought his team on. And now they're treating me like family. This is new for me.
Okay.
I'm used to having like 2-3 friends at a time.
Right.
You feel
Same.
me? Exactly. So I'm not used to it. So I'm
Same.
like, I'm accustomed to just kind of, I'll just go upstairs.
Yeah.
So I went upstairs, I'm chilling by myself, and they was like, yo, where you at? So they came
Right.
upstairs and they brought everybody upstairs. Now here's where we went left. We upstairs, and there's this girl just kind of, going between us. She's in the group or whatever. She starts paying me a little mind. I'm chatting or whatever. One of the dudes grabbed me to the side. I was like, yo, bro, don't you leave outside with this girl. I'm like, bro, I ain't going nowhere, bro. Like, I ain't going nowhere.
Right.
I ain't going nowhere. I get downstairs with her. They like, yo, son, don't go outstairs. I'm like, yo, I'm not leaving, bro. I'm not going nowhere.
Right.
My goofy ass walks right outside with this girl, not paying attention. I walk up, as we walking outside, I can see like 2 or 3 of my mans, they came outside like, yo, this nigga don't fucking listen.
Right. Hard-headed.
Right, hard-headed. And then as I'm sitting there talking to Shorty, these other 2 dudes walk up who I seen who was upstairs, and now they talking to me, whatever. So now I'm like, all right, cool, just walk off. And they're like, yo, bro, first of all, you got us in danger because what if that turned into some shit? There's 7 of us.
Right.
We ain't got no choice but to hold you down. We in Texas. Austin, Texas, Dolo. We got a flight early in the morning. You bugging out. And I'm like, once again, I'm not used to having people kind of having that many friends and being like, yo,
for you.
you feel me? I'm used to just, yo, it is what it is.
Doing
like,
it on my own.
you know how many times I've been wandered off with random girls in other spots and like it's been lucked up. But it's like, yo, I had to realize, yo, I'm bigger than just myself right now, especially with the whole beach and sip thing. Like I'm responsible for not only their safety in places like this, I'm responsible for the financial future of a lot of my teammates.
Because you're dealing with liquor too and all that. So yeah, it's
anything could have happened.
Yeah.
And I had to eat that. I was like, yo, I was bugging. I everybody the next day, yo, son, I've done this before, but you got my word. I'm not moving like that.
That wasn't that bad. You a little off when it comes to the ladies. That's all.
As a dude, you got to understand that could go left.
No, it could go
super
but
left.
I think for women, we tend to have that kind of effect. So you know,
they gotta chill.
Listen, I feel like the times that I've been fake, because I can count a couple times that I've been fake, and I think the times that I've been fake has been because I really thought I was looking out.
Okay. I think that falls into a bad friend thing.
It was a form of like protecting the person that I.
What happened?
Okay. I fell into a situation to where 2 friends that hated each other, 2 people that hated each other were cool with me.
Got you.
Okay. And I was cool with both of them equally, but obviously there was one person I was like the most closest with, but we all met around the same time. So there was no seniority in this situation.
Got you.
So we're going to say Ashley and we're going to say Jen. Right?
Ashley and Jen. Okay.
And Ashley, I wasn't cool with like her grudge and her like anger, because whenever I was with Jen wasn't really tripping. You know what I mean? But I'm also the kind of person that like change the subject. We're not talking about that, none of that. And obviously because I was closer to Ashley, it was like my time with Jen was, we worked together, right? So it was like, okay, if it's a work event or something like that, or we going to get drinks after work, but I'm not really planning a vacation with you.
Gotcha.
Or things like that. We still cool, but I'm not on the phone with you.
You and Jen are cool.
You know what I mean? We cool. So anyway, Ashley, my girl, she's like really, like she's like, yeah, because I'm going to find her on Instagram. And I'm like, yes, ladies, you know how we do. We get into investigating mode, and we just want to get all the tea, all the drama, whatever. And it got to the point to where Ashley was kind of plotting on Jen in a way of like, she wanted to like, mess up her relationship with
and you were sitting back watching her plot?
No, I wasn't sitting back. No.
I
was actively saying, I don't think that you should do that. And I was like, that's not cool. Like, that's not right, whatever. Y'all, I gave Jen a heads up.
Oh
no.
I know. I did.
Okay, I'm gonna let you finish, and I'm gonna tell you.
I was wrong. I was wrong. And let me. Okay, so in the moment, I was like, okay, so let me be more specific. I just don't want her to find out, but I'm not friends with neither of them hoes. But anyway, no more. I was like, too much drama for me. I'm out of here. Where's the exit? No, but so basically, Ashley, my friends are not out here fighting, but Ashley was basically trying to catch Jen up with another guy.
Oh.
To ruin her relationship.
That's shady.
We all knew that Jen was sleep. Okay, as girls, we know that we're not always loyal. So we got a little side guy.
Right. A little Dre on the side.
A little Kool Kidd Dre on the side. So Jen had a side piece.
Right.
We all knew her man.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Jen and Ashley have a falling out.
It's spicy.
I'm still cool with both of them.
You cool with her man?
Ashley said, I'm cool with the guy, yeah, but I'm never too cool with my friends dudes ever. I don't got your number. We ain't that cool. It's hey, how you doing? Okay, bye.
Okay.
So Ashley was really like, upset and like I'm exposed. Like, yeah, because I'm gonna send screenshots. I'm gonna do all this, and I'm like, yo. You doing a lot. That's a lot. Like, y'all don't want to just like fight. I'm just you doing a lot, right? Like, it's getting cold. Like, you're doing a lot. Like, So anyway, she was preparing to send screenshots because she felt that Jen was still throwing subliminals online and things like that. They were kind of doing it Instagram.
They were beefing online.
They were beefing online. It was messy. It was messy. I'm trying to keep it even. It was messy.
In the tea.
You was in the tea. No. You was in the tea. You was in the tea. If we work together, you told me this. This is tea. But
I was not in the tea.
You feel me?
So Jen and I worked together. Ashley and I didn't work together. We were just cool. Okay, whatever. So Ashley's trying to plot. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling her, like, girl, you're doing a lot. That's too much. Like, I can't. You know what I mean? And it got to the point where every time she would talk to me and she would bring up Jen, I would be like, all right, girl, you know I'm not here for it. So to the point where she was like, stop defending her. And would get upset with me for defending her. And all my friends know that I'm a big...
She was through.
Yeah, she was through with me. She was like, pick a side, right? All my friends know that I'm like, I'm the person that's more like, I'm really big on morale and how you treat other people. Mm-hmm. Because if you get mad at me, then what you gonna say about me, All right, long story short, she is preparing to kind of send screenshots and do all this because...
She's ready for war.
Yeah, she's ready for war. And... at the time, I was at work with Jen. And Jen was already feeling really kind of like she was really sad and upset about like,
bitch, I remember this story.
Yes, you do. Exactly. Yes. And you was on my side.
God, I'm gagging.
You fake too. So anyway.
Okay.
So I was like, fuck it. And I was like, Jen, listen. You listen, when a girl pulls you to the side, like, girl, listen. Right? Like, bitch, right? So I was like, all right, listen. I don't know what you gotta do. Don't text him. Don't show up at your meeting spot. Delete. Because you really made an enemy in Ashley. And you're my girl, so I'm giving a heads up, and then I left it alone. So it wasn't a conversation. I kind of did like a drive-by.
I like that.
I kind of did like a, listen, I don't know what you gotta do, but you really made an enemy, and your enemy is coming. I don't want no parts. I didn't give any specifics. That wig, girl,
because it's about to get snapped.
I didn't give any specifics. In my defense, I didn't give any specifics. I didn't say that she has screenshots, she's gonna do this, that she plans to do this today, that she keeps talking about you every day, that she keeps doing this. I didn't do any specifics. But I did say, hey, yo, the eagle has landed. Girl.
Wait, Jeff, wait, so is that a fake friend?
Is that a fake friend?
Is that a fake friend? I gotta ask you that before I put my 2 cents.
I think she was equally fake to both people, so it kind of canceled. It out.
Okay. If I work with you, I'm not fake.
It kind of canceled out the fake.
I feel like if I work with you, I'm not fake. Because at the end of the day, I'm not about to be at war with you. I got a
honestly,
job.
how was she fake?
I'm gonna put you on.
Okay, you Mello.
You did everything right. The only thing you didn't do was put her on. So this is what you should have did. This is how you handle it.
Okay.
Yo, sis, if you I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna tell her. I'm gonna tell her.
Yeah.
You've already told me X, Y, and Z. I already know too much. If you do this, I'm gonna tell her. Matter of fact, I'm about to go tell her right now.
Yeah.
Had you did that, then she knows because it's not like necessarily you doing that out of principle.
Yeah.
It's not so much, I'm cool with shorty, but even out of principle, sis, we don't do stuff like that. Yeah. We don't expose. Like as a dude, if you my mans and it's somebody I even know and you's talking about, yo, I'm gonna tell his girl, bro, we don't do that. Yeah. We don't do that. Yeah. That's not how we move.
Did I care that much?
You clearly cared. You clearly did. You did it with the bitch.
Yeah.
But so what I mean by did I care that much, and I think a lot of people may feel this way, is like, do I care that much to beef with you? Because if your response is, disrespectful when I say I'm gonna tell her, now you and I have an issue.
Then we not friends.
Right.
Then we not really friends.
So I should have just ghosted both of them hoes.
Right.
And kept it moving.
Well, he wasn't really friends with either of
You
them.
really minded your business.
If we keeping it real, like I can tell from that story, you wasn't that close with
It's
either
none of
of them.
my business.
You was there.
Yeah.
So
Jeff,
Right.
when you been fake? You know you've been fake.
talk
Oh,
that.
okay.
I'm not the only one in the fake house.
I don't think I have like a good story about it. I just
Better
think
make
that I think that I kind of grew up kind of code switching, kind of sliding into different pockets of different type of people. So it kind of made me easy to get along with everybody. So I could make
was mixy.
friends. I was okay.
Very
yes,
mixy.
You was
I was
mixy. I
Very
can't
mixy.
I was
very
mixy.
mixy.
I was
You
mixy.
can't
already
stand
like
I was
mixy
people.
mixy. I was very
Exactly.
mixy, so I was able to make friends with everybody.
You was mixy.
So you know, I would be friends with the two people that hated each other.
So give me the story where you was friends with two people who was about to go down. Because clearly you
Right.
got one just like
Right.
that. Let's talk that.
Oh,
Because you know what? Because you reminded me of a time I had been fake. And I'm going to go back to that. Go ahead.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
Okay, there was one time
Sure.
and it had to do with work too. I think it happens a lot at work because you're like always spending time with people who you kind of don't particularly would spend time
No,
with.
it's true.
And then
It's
you
true.
end up getting into weird
And
situations
you kind of
because
don't
of that.
feel obligated to be as real to them because
Right.
it's like outside,
Yeah.
I don't really
Yeah.
fuck with you.
Yeah.
And not in a way like I don't talk to you, but it's like
We
my
wouldn't chill
loyalty
outside.
is
Yeah.
in this building.
Yeah.
But outside, we don't even text each other.
Feel me?
So it's almost this like, I don't know, it's weird.
And then it kind of forces you to be a nice person because you have to get along with everybody. And then that's how it kind of turns into a weird type of friendship.
Yeah.
So I remember one time I was working with somebody and that person would call me every day, every single day complaining about this same person.
Ooh.
And because
I know this story.
I was a nice person and I felt like I wanted her to get along with me, I kind of listened to the conversation. But the other person would also complain to me about that same person. So it was a thing where,
He shared tea.
what do you mean I shared tea?
You
You
shared
clearly
tea.
shared the tea.
You shared tea.
So at one point I did kind of go
You
back
shared tea.
I did kind of go back and forth between them, and I did.
He did. He did.
I honestly, I think I enjoyed seeing the strife because I was bored. That's so fucked up. Oh my god.
Yo,
But,
out of pocket.
But once I realized how bad it had gotten.
Yeah.
You stirred it up. What do you mean?
Exactly.
You did it.
No, I didn't stir it up because
Once
they
you
already
had
didn't
that
fuck with each other
spoon.
before that. They didn't
You
fuck
was
with each other
stirring
before
the
that.
pot.
But I was just
Yeah, you
trying
out of
to.
pocket. You out of pocket.
How you gotta stir the pot
trying
and
to
then throw the
mediate.
spoon?
Okay, so I was trying to mediate the situation, but through mediating the situation, I would kind of
Throw a little tea in there.
throw some tea like, oh
Yeah,
yeah,
throw a
tea
little-
that. This
you
will
better
help
say
you.
that.
So boom, you pulling one of these. You're like, listen, I don't think you should do that because between
Between
me and you.
me and you, don't say nothing. Don't say one word.
You
Don't say
ever know you about to do
nothing.
some fake shit,
Don't
but you
say
feel like you
nothing.
protecting
Right.
somebody and you like, bitch, don't
Don't
say
say
a word.
nothing.
Don't say
Don't
nothing.
you say nothing.
No,
You say
damn
something,
well
I'ma
they
know it was you.
Nothing.
I'ma know it was you.
I'ma know it was you the only person I told this story to. Knowing I told 5 other people.
on my
but you know-
daddy dead
Exactly.
grave, I'm not gonna say
Oh my God.
nothing.
So listen, guys, we could talk about, I think fake friends is something that's so relatable, right? So
Yeah.
we can go on and on about fake friends.
Mhm.
So to wrap up this
Wrap it up.
topic, what was a moment that you were accused of being fake and you really weren't?
Ooh. Okay. There was a girl who I used to talk to. No, matter of fact, I didn't used to talk to her. We were friends.
Okay.
We were friends. We communicated with each other. I'm glad you're okay.
No,
We
I'm
communicated with each other that, we was feeling each other, but it just never happened.
Mhm.
It just didn't happen. This is like years ago.
Okay.
Then, we happened to be in the same space and situation. I asked her, like, yo, what's up with you and dude?
Okay.
Yo, we don't do that no more. That's not us. All right. You feel me? So I'm like, all right, cool. We have a long weekend in DC. We have a great time. Everything's cool. And damn, I shouldn't have said that.
That was very
Had a great
specific.
time.
That was very specific.
Yeah, we
Did you now?
had a good time. And then, we talking a little bit more. We spent a little more time together. And then I'm in the midst of our conversations, I'm realizing like story ain't adding up. The story is clearly you and this gentleman who I know are still clearly a lot closer than you're leading me to be, to believe. And I know him. Like, it's not even like I don't know who he is. Like, we are somewhat cool. We have pictures together, you know what I'm saying, that we're tagged in, to say the least. So it got to a point where I realized, yo, y'all are way more involved than you led me on to believe. Like, and now I feel super dirty. At one point, I just thought, it was an ex thing, you know what I'm saying? But it was years apart. It wasn't like I met her through you.
Right.
I knew who she was before that. Then now I'm like, no, it's like I'm the whole.
And now you the op.
Yeah, I'm a whole op. I'm a whole op. Yo, when I tell you I got a diss song sent to me in my DM,
Shit.
I was like, this is going too far.
Wait, you was really the op,
Yeah,
though?
no, I was a whole op.
Damn.
Like, really, there was a point in time where I felt like had I seen this person out in public, it could have definitely went
Damn,
down.
but it wasn't your fault.
It was not my fault entirely.
Okay.
What I will say is, I should have just communicated with him off rip. Yo, son.
The lack of
Yo,
communication.
homegirl is,
You feel me? Are y'all still doing X, Y, and Z?
Yeah.
But she made it sound like it wasn't all
You definitely
that.
should have done that.
And
You definitely should. Let me say this.
I should have.
As a woman, sometimes the friend looks better. And we be like, damn, I should have. So it's hard,
comment
right?
on
Especially it's hard because you meet one,
Yeah.
you get a number, and then you might be in a situation to where you engage and meet the rest of the crew, and then you but wait, right? So as a woman, it's if I'm really trying to get with you, I might downplay this situation too, but then it gets messy for sure. You was messy. Let me find out all the times that you messy, a woman is involved.
Right.
Dre, what is your soft spot? Ladies, he's single, based out of Mount Vernon. Okay, Jeff, when have you been perceived as fake, but you really weren't being fake?
I mean, my thing is, I think the only time I've been perceived as a fake friend is if I'm dating somebody and if we're I think a lot of people think that some people would assume that I may use people just for sex. So there was this guy that I was seeing, and every time we hung out, we had sex.
Okay.
So
sounds like a fun relationship.
So at some point, at one point, he said, "You just want to be around me just for sex."
Okay.
That's why you want to be my friend.
Yeah.
That's why you talk to me. And I really had to tell him, no. I like actually spending time with you and being around you and all of that stuff. So I felt like he was accusing me of being fake because I only wanted him for sex. And I got very upset about that.
Boo! You was there for sex.
No,
I have more questions. I have a lot more questions.
Listen,
What?
we're gonna have to dive deep in Jeff's love life.
Right. Because we can do that.
Next episode.
You feel me? I can do that.
We're gonna have to dive deep. I feel like
I can expose that.
Jeff is holding the fake ass.
Just let me, because
Oh
let me
my
ask
God.
these questions, because I'll get to the bottom of this.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll get to the bottom of this.
Let's do
What
one.
is the
Come on.
questions? What is the
I'm ready.
question?
I'm ready.
Okay.
You
Oh
go.
my
We go
God.
ping pong.
How long did you know this man before y'all started doing the do? Yeah, I'm gonna get to the real. Yeah, I'm gonna get to the real. Go ahead.
Probably a week.
You knew him a week. So what
you
friendship did you
easy?
have? What you never had?
No. We
So you
had
were
a
fake.
friendship because the thing is, we wouldn't just have sex. We'd have sex, hang out. We'd have sex, go
Which
to the movies.
I'm with you 100%.
Yeah.
That's a sexual relationship.
But when he's putting you on to be like, yo, all we do is this when
Yeah.
we've been friends.
Yeah.
Why you trying to? Why you gaslighting
That's
this
a
man?
sexual
No, because I'm not
relationship.
using him just specifically for sex, maybe because I like being around him. I like spending time with him and all of that stuff. So
Ladies,
what's not,
I don't care.
I want you to ask
Go
that
ahead.
question.
Oh my God.
Now, did you, when he said that, did you go, all right, cool, let's just chill out one day. Let's just not have sex.
Why
No.
the fuck would I say that?
Exactly.
Ladies, I don't
Exactly.
care.
Exactly.
Ladies, I don't care how many events he invites you to. I don't care how many of your friends, how many of his friends he introduces you to. I don't care how many of his sisters or cousins you know. Once the sex stops, so does the friendship. That is not your friend. That is a sexual relationship.
Listen, we said we're going to have a whole episode about this because we could go in.
Because
We
thank
could.
you.
We can
stay
Next
here, 'cause I'll stay
episode.
here.
Okay, so
All right.
guys, I think that
Okay.
means that Dre is officially coming back.
Oh,
We locking you in. We locking you in. All right, y'all. So for me, I think it kind of goes back into what we talked about last week a little bit, but I think it's different for women because we're a little bit more catty.
You think so?
And whatever.
I didn't say that.
Whatever.
That's a tiny
We're
bit.
a little bit more catty.
shade.
And I think a lot of the times, so for me, most of the moments where it's like maybe I was perceived as fake, but I really wasn't, is that I'm not, there's no way I can be happy or positive all the time.
Okay.
And I think that comes from, again, as an attractive person, or if you
Talk
carry
your shit.
yourself a certain
Talk your shit. Talk your shit.
We
You
love
feel me?
it.
But
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
stop.
Talk your shit.
Yes.
Leather
But
jacket
when-
and all. Go ahead.
Come on.
Yeah.
But Dave, get my highlight now. No, but when you, especially for a woman, when you carry yourself a certain way, I think there's a perception for you to either be stuck up, not be approachable, and not be as down to earth
Okay.
as one might be.
I can see that.
And when you are, it's people kind of, it's difficult for people to take it for what it is. And it's always like, what's the motive? What are you trying to get out of this? What do you like, you know what I mean? Or are you being condescending?
Yes.
And things as such, right? And that can come off as fake, especially in my line of work. I've always, I lead a team.
Okay.
And have done so for several years, right? And when you lead a team, there's a perception and some of your roles for you to look like the older woman that maybe is boring, and this is, you know what I mean? But when you're young and vibrant or attractive, it's like there's no way you are positive and welcoming and down to earth as well.
You got to be fake.
Literally,
This can't be real,
most
yeah.
of my closest friendships and all my girls in high school, I'm calling you out.
Call 'em out.
Most of my closest relationships, especially in high school or even in work, the person always starts with, I thought I wasn't gonna like you. I thought you was fake.
Except us.
And it's like, yeah, it's like, I thought you was fake. And it's like, but why? Because there's no way you could always be that happy. Or there's no way that you're really dead down to earth. Or there's no way that you're really like, you know what I mean? So
She always tells me this. And
That's
she,
the
Were you in that
perception.
group? Were you?
No.
Okay.
He
We
wasn't
had
in that group, but he was around conversations of people that were in that group.
You was mixy then too?
No, I was not.
Okay.
We had a conversation about this. We had a conversation about this. We had a conversation about this last week. No,
would've
I was not. It was
Okay, Jeff.
miscommunication.
I
No,
would've
I was
ghosted
not.
him.
All right,
No, I
Jeff.
was
All right,
not.
Jeff.
But me and her, we had an instant connection when we met. So it was like I've never seen people I've never experienced people seeing her that way, in that way, because we've always been like there. I don't know. I can't explain
But it also helped because Jeff was able to speak to, no, wait, like she's really cool and humble and down to earth. You know what I mean? So I know that there's women that really can relate to that, and
100%.
I think the best thing to do, for any advice for people that maybe be perceived as being fake or you know a perception that really isn't true, I think just stay true to yourself, and there will be more people that are aligned with the real you or the positive attributes to your character than not. So
100%.
yeah.
Just be genuinely who you are, and the real friends will come.
Yes.
That is
Boom.
our friend tip for the week.
Our friend
There we
tip.
go. I like that.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us in our friendship topic about fake friends. Guys, we want to know. Join the conversation. When's the time that you've been fake? Do you agree with our definitions of fake friends? Do you have more to add to the conversation? I think fake friends can definitely get a part 2. So if you want to see a part 2, please email us at ohfriendpodcast@gmail.com. That is OHFRIENDPODCAST for those that have trouble spelling at
said that so
gmail.com.
good, yes.
Period. And then again, O Friend Podcast everywhere, wherever you listen to podcasts. And then lastly, our last segment of the evening is in our city, where we talk about what's happening in these New York streets.
Popping, was popping, bing bong.
But you know
Bing
what?
bong.
Bing bong.
But you know what? Kool Kidd Dre is in our city. An artist and producer straight from New York, Mount Vernon, New York. So Dre, this is your shameless plug. This is your time to plug in. Tell the people what you got going on.
Man, Beats and Sip, man. Beats and Sip is this new interactive party where you guys are coming in and making the beats to the songs you love and enjoying and creating an event in itself. It's very different than our counterparts, like things like paint and sip or, smoke and paint and all these other variations.
I
A lot
heard
of
that.
people do that. What we really wanted to do was make an experience where the people are the actual, party in itself, and two, make an experience that lasts after the fact. I've done paint and sip, and like literally, I have the painting, and it's just kind of
Right.
just there.
it's just there.
Yeah.
You feel me? In my experience, the only time it's like one of those things that lasts long is if you're on there with a date with somebody and like y'all still are together. Which, to be honest with y'all, I've been to y'all paint and sips, and only 95% of y'all are not together after paint and sips. But that's a discussion for another day. You feel me?
Shots fired.
You feel me? So, but yeah, beats and sip. You come in, and I walk you through how it works. So, what we do is I get two people who come up, you know what I'm saying? It could be your girl, it could be your friend. It doesn't got to be a relationship thing. It could be whoever you come up there with. Get two people. They come up to the pad. I have everything set for you. I'm going to tell you which button to press. I'm going to count you down, and you hit the button. Then the next person hits the button after that, and those sounds kind of combine together.
Wow.
Oh,
One,
wow.
two, 1, 2.
So
1,
it's
2.
like the
Let me see what you got.
the people that show up are a part of
Yeah.
the creation.
They are the creation. I literally
Wow.
I'm just recording what they do.
Come on, democracy.
You feel me? And then after that, I instantly take what they just created,
Yeah.
map out this beat. I've been producing for years, so it's nothing for me to
Wow.
do it right there on the spot. And then I take an acapella of a song that you already know, throw it right on top of that beat, because I already this is what I do.
you already
This is what I do. You
Yeah.
feel me?
Love that.
Put it right on top. And next thing you know, you singing "All I Really Want" to a
With
beat
the
you
beat
just
that you
made, and you
made.
like, oh, this is hard. And we do that next person, and it's just like turned into a whole entire party. And I think what's dope about it is a lot of people, like I said, they don't know what to expect coming into it. So you thinking, I don't know how to make no beat. I don't know anything like that. And you come in, you get to make the beat, you get to dance, you get to sing. Then after the fact, I put it on a playlist. And now you get to listen to the song, you get to send it to other people, be like, yo, I did this the other night. Come check this out. I've been in places where literally I've just let the beat and sip playlist rock. And like people just like jamming. They have no idea
They don't even know
what they're listening to.
Wow.
They just jamming. So like I'll go on lives and I'll just play the songs that we did and I'll dance to them and just like, yo, this is what we do every time we at the event. So next month, well, we're in May now. I'm planning to do something in Atlanta, do something for Memorial Day weekend.
Okay.
So we'll see if that comes together. But we're definitely doing June, the last Friday in June, last Saturday in June. We'll be back
there.
in Mount Vernon. I'm doing, but I don't know if I'm doing which one I'm doing first. But Friday and Saturday, I'm doing Mount Vernon and I'm doing the city.
Nice.
So
Amazing.
Clinton's in Mount Vernon. I forgot the address. I'm gonna shout that out.
That's okay.
I love Clinton's.
Uh-huh.
It's a great place to be at. And the spot in the city, we're going to expand a little bit more. So we're going to make sure that we have our merch ready because a lot of people are asking about the merch. We, didn't have that on deck as well as we should have. And also we're going to make a beats and sip drink. So we've done a few beats and sip and we have like this punch that our bartender Alex makes that everyone loves.
Yeah.
So we like, yo, we'll just,
Make
sell
it a
the
signature drink.
Yeah, we'll make it a signature drink. We'll sell it to people. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all want to cop a beat, matter of fact, that'll be
Hell
my
yeah.
gift. That'll be my gift for the next time we link together. I'll bring you guys some of this beat and sip drink.
Okay.
The beat and sip yay punch. You feel me?
Okay, we can make it like
Dre is
yeah.
already our
You feel
favorite
me?
friend.
You feel me?
Our
Already.
bestie. Our
Yeah,
bestie.
already.
Come
We're gonna make some
on.
things happen. Yeah.
Dre,
so,
that
yeah.
is truly incredible. It's
Great
such
time.
a great idea, and I really love what you've done with it. And just, I mean, the people that show up are able to walk away with so much.
Yeah.
Whether they want to, if they're artists, they want to actually use the beats, or if you were just a part of it and want to have something that's fun and kind of jam out.
Yeah.
That's so dope. So do you have like an archive of all the beats made from
So
Sip?
so what I do is I take. You gotta think we're creating a song. You know what I'm saying? We're creating a remix that people listen to, and then we actually have the beat. So what I've literally done is I've taken the playlist and let people listen to that. But I'm also working with the team, and we take those beats and we're literally selling those beats. So let's say y'all came in, y'all made a beat, you got that song. And then I'm gonna take that beat and go with the team, and we're gonna sell that beat to people. And we're selling. We're not selling the exclusive lease. We're just selling like what do you call them? Standard leases, non-exclusives. So imagine that beat sold 10 times in a month, and I'm breaking you up, and you just made $300 that month. You didn't do nothing.
Right.
We're just sending you $300. Yo,
We
you
show
came
up.
through, and once the name gets bigger, now we can up the price on those beats. Now we're selling it for $100. When the first time you did it, we was only selling it for $30. You was making 15.
So it's
Now-
like going to an event became a side hustle.
It's a
Right.
whole side
That's
hustle.
crazy.
Now you want to come to the next one because I'm trying to get more beats under my
That's
belt. Like I'm
crazy.
trying to make 5 beats. So now, and then it's just
Yeah.
like we want to bring people in.
What do you think has been the biggest surprise with creating this? What has surprised you most?
I think what surprised me the most is how the party, like, it's just become such a party, you know? Like, I kind of went into it with the perception of, like, it'll be similar to what the painting sip is like, you know what I'm saying? That kind of vibe would be chill. But it really just turned into this party where it's like the music is so dope, and I DJ the events, so like I'm not just me personally when I'm DJing the songs. I don't do a lot of trap new stuff, like so people are surprised. They're like, "Oh, we listen to Ja Rule." Like so, like the vibe is set. So the beats we're making are dope, and it just turns into such a party that I never could have imagined. And I get to experiment with people. People are so inviting into their space. Like for this last event, I added 2 different elements. Like I tried, let's do a trivia aspect of it, and we're gonna do men versus women. You guys come up. And what we're gonna do is you make the beat, but before we play you what song it is, or no, I did it after. I don't remember which one I did. I was drunk that night. But basically, I'm gonna be like, all right, cool, let's do a trivia joint. And you got 3 choices. You take a shot. If you know the answer, answer it. Yeah. And it's like we just tried that out. And people hit me up, was like, oh, I love that. Yeah. We just tried out doing an intermission. Like, I never did an intermission before. We always just went straight through. We just tried it out. So, I want to thank everybody for being very supportive to the event and being flexible with us. Yeah. And, we're only 5 events in. So, I'm going to continue to
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And, besties, our friends of the Old Friend Podcast, please make sure that you follow and support Dre. It's so...
I'm going to give y'all a promo code. I'm going to get y'all. I'm going to give y'all a promo code.
Please. Yes. We can put it in the description box.
I'm gonna give y'all a promo code. We're gonna talk about it. Yes.
No, you know what? I think it's really inspiring. So hats off to you for not just. I think so many people are like trying to chase the bag that we have become really selfish and almost gatekeepers to like things that work. So the fact that you have really opened your platform to where it's like the people that show up can be a part of it.
Yeah. 100%.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
So congratulations to you. And I'm just so proud of you, Black man. Come on.
I'm glad to stand for the culture and be a positive representation.
Amazing. So where can the people find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter and YouTube and everything like that. Dre the Coolest. That's where you find me. Beats and Sip, you can find the same exact way through online. Beats and Sip. So it's Beats N. Not so Beats in Sip. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get our TikTok on. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have a conversation with Jeff about how to get my TikTok on and popping. But that's where you can find us. Yeah.
All right. Well, we can't let you walk away with nothing.
Right?
Ooh.
I'm excited.
We are working through some Old Friend Podcast merch.
Ooh.
We're gonna test it out with Dre first.
You feel me? Should I wear it right now?
Got you. The first ever.
Ooh, I got the first ever.
Old Friend Podcast
you t-shirts. You mad?
Oh my God.
You got the black with the white writing. Come on.
Yes.
You want to pass this?
Yes.
And then you got the white with the black writing.
Yes.
QR code in the back, period.
QR code do.
QR code takes us to our link tree.
Our link tree with all access
Spotify,
to
iHeartRadio, YouTube,
to the podcast.
Instagram, Gmail. Come on. Old Friend Podcast. Period.
Oh my God.
The
white one. Yes. Oh my God.
We
did 2 different sizes.
We got one for Aaron. We don't know what size you are, Aaron, but we got one for you.
We got one for you, bro.
We got one for you.
Which one is you? Thank you, guys.
No, but I appreciate you so much for joining us.
Listen, I'm proud of y'all.
A great friend. Thank you.
I want to tell y'all, man, I'm very proud of y'all for having this first conversation and seeing like we on the 25th episode. What episode y'all on when I spoke to y'all?
Jeez. Oh my God. It's probably
did we even
that's 5 to 6. I don't think it was like 4 or 5.
I think it was like 4 or 5.
Early.
Yeah, maybe like 4 or 5.
It wasn't up to 10 yet.
Yeah, and I don't even think y'all were at this spot initially, right?
Yeah, we were trying to figure out what we were doing. Shout out to WTF Media Studios. But thank you so much. It means the world to us, and I can't wait to have you back. But guys, thank you so much for joining us. We are a couple drinks in.
It was a fun one, y'all.
Oh yeah, we gotta do a shot before we get out of here.
Oh God, okay.
Shout out to Casamigo. I only drink dark Casamigo. Right. If y'all don't know about dark Casamigo,
give the sponsors. Give them the sponsors.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that's it, girl. That's it. Okay.
I'm already lit.
Okay.
Let me see if you heavy-handed. You heavy-handed. All right. There we
okay.
What we cheersing to?
Ooh.
Okay, Dave. We want this edit to be good, so no shot for you. Nah. All right. What we
25th episode.
Oh, absolutely. You're right. The
OFP
25th
episode.
Cheers.
Hey.
Cheers. Ooh.
So,
All right, guys. I'm Kai.
and I'm Jeff.
And this is the Old Friend Podcast. Bye.
Bye, guys.